former point guard at the University of San Francisco. Here's Kuzma off the dribble handoff. Nads up high, and he turns it over to Harris. And if I've used the term dust up and Detroit in the same sentence before.
Bucks inside to Giannis. Taken out of his hands by Tobias. 15 seconds to play in the third. Cameron Payne against Dennis Schroeder. Pass it in the corner. Swipe by Tobias. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. His bounce pass picked off by Payne. Chris Paul now against Asar Thompson. Screen from Biyombo. They want to go inside of the big man, but Tobias takes it away. Vassell with the basketball. Nice touch pass by Chris Paul, but it didn't get to Keldon Johnson. Lob to Biyombo. Pass picked off by Tobias. From three-quarter court, does it go? No, it's wide. Simone Fontecchio checks in. Asar Thompson sits down. Here's a swipe by Tobias. Tobias to the hoop against Bruce Brown. Powered it up and in.
Hey, man, this team is so much deeper now. You see guys coming off the bench that used to start.
Here's Christie against a good shot blocker, Isaiah Stewart. Now to Detroit native Jaden Hardy. Beasley's up on him, and late in the shot clock, he lost the ball, and Tobias Harris will have a run-out dunk. Cavs have led by as many as 10. Advantage right now is 6. PJ working against Tobias Harris. Lost ball. Still 3 now claimed by Harris. Not too many of those hurt them. Detroit's a really good fast break team. Like, here's a turnover right now. And a basket to stay connected there by Dennis Schroeder. An aggressive drive by Washington. He throws it away. Was looking for Kai Jones.
Ware tipped it out to Hawkins. Harris tied him up and took it away. Thompson in transition and stepped out of bounds.
A little lazy, taking a long time on their shots, and that's not been good for the Wizards. Pistons not lazy on that run out. They get Cade to jam.
Getting inside before kicking it outside. Tim Hardaway.
Tobias flipped the ball away to Cade. Cade down the lane. Top side to the rookie Sarr. Hands it off to Chris Middleton. Down he goes. Pistons get a takeaway and a run-out jam. Former Piston and NBA champ with the Bucks. Traded for Kyle Kuzma earlier this year.
They got a couple of former NBA champs out there, Middleton and Poole.
Middleton bounces to Alex Sarr. Pistons take it away. Cade from the wing for 3. Took the pass, missed the shot. Sarr tried to follow, swatted by Asar. Tapped outside of Tobias Harris. Cade back to Tobias, under to Asar, to a wide open Tim Hardaway Jr. for a corner 3 that's through. Tobias' pass picked off by Beekman. And Tobias takes it away on the other end.
Quick one-on-one isolation bucket.
Russell Westbrook in front for Brown, pass gets away. Tobias on the run. Into the corner for Malik. Another 3!
Forced him to give it up, but when he got it back, Tatum gave him room and it made him pay.
Tatum lobs it inside for Keita.
To end the month. It's a big week, too. You got 2 with Miami. OKC coming in.
Certainly
good hands by Harris.
Close in on the standings.
By the way, Jacob, Toby, did you notice that was a 2-handed chest pass?
Fundamentally so.
I believed in Avery. I knew I'd seen him make that shot plenty of times.
And Sean Elliott has been imploring.
You're really small inside right now, so.
He looks like a middle linebacker. Isaiah Stewart, he does not look like a basketball player. When you look at his body.
He leads the way. He leads all players with 15 points. Looking for Williams. That was deflected. Harris on the push. Harris draws contact. Count the basket on a goaltend by Williams plus the foul. His first bucket tonight. He was 0 for 6 and 3 for 20. With the Bulls so far, he gets the steal here. Lobs it up for Smith off the glass and into the hands of Harris.
Both these Thompson boys are starting to really make a noise in the NBA.
Turnover by Dosunmu. Harris the other way. And supposed
to be #1 pick according to some polls. You know, granted, I would have loved to see him play a little bit more in the first half. He'd probably been in the all-rookie game.
Lob from Buzelis. He couldn't hold on to it cleanly. We discussed this a little bit on Saturday night. White throws it into the arms of Harris.
Get up in the air.
Especially with a big lead as such. Not that any lead is safe at the NBA level, but the way Isaiah Stewart has played in this game, you can absolutely afford to keep Duren on the floor.
Harris, Duren.
Jerome with a screen from Allen. Cade fights through it. Well, tipped away by Tobias, picked up in the corner by Niang. Daniels with the basketball for the Hawks. Hotly contested game. Trae Young. Cross-court dish. Swipe by Tobias. Tobias lobs it.
That's number 16.
He'll always be among the tops in the league. Got to be crafty and a little bit courageous.
Yep.
Paint area.
He's got one of the highest field goal percentages in the NBA this year because of how close he is to the rim. Tobias Harris knocked it away. Cunningham to Duren down the lane.
Kobe White in a hurry. Kobe White stop and go. The Sumu bounces it inside for Getty, lost the handle. Dante Exum backs up with a dribble. Now to P.J. Washington from in front, knocked away. Nice swipe by Tobias.
The lead is just 12. Walker threw it away, got way too deep. And Turner blocked it.
But Tariq has been fantastic in the 2 games since he's been back. Harris Brooks working on Harris, turned the ball over. Cunningham on the move, into the lane, working on Van Fleet. Brooks recovered.
And by far the most aggressive we've seen Cade Cunningham in this matchup.
Another mistake. You don't want to turn the ball over.
Good job from Holiday.
Whitmore knocked away. Landale couldn't get there. Picked up by Beasley.
Top side to Walker, jump catch against Simone Fontecchio. Backs in against him. Simone gets the stop. Pistons get the steal.
Continues.
Way outside to Siakam. The ball's on the deck. Cade up with it to Isaiah Stewart, to Simone Fontecchio. And he triples!
In games this year, we're leading after the first just 8 and 10 when they're trailing after 1 quarter.
Brunson has been very doable as a Knick. Going tonight as they turn it over. They rarely turn it over. And the Pistons come back on the rampage.
Stewart has great timing on those block shots. Towns looking, finds Anunoby. And Harris took it right out of his hands, and then a foul on Anunoby.
Teams playing a zone.
Towns
so OKC uses zone very effectively against them.
Towns inside, bad pass, forced it. Knicks turn it over.
Cunningham shaking, wheeling.
And gets in and throws it down. He's got 15 points.
Cade Cunningham couldn't play any better than he has been in recent days. And here's a steal by Hardaway Jr. from the Blazers out of a timeout. Here's Seth Curry with the basketball 2 times. Nice bounce to Josh Green, tried to wrap it around inside. Batted away and swiped by Cade. Cade to Jalen Duren, nice. Seth Curry with the dribble, taken away by Tobias. Hey, they've lost 8 in a row. They're looking hard for a win. Tap away by Tobias. He'll take it to the rack for a stuff.
Davis leads his team in blocks and steals and scoring. One way, then the other. Here's Davis. No. Turnover. Reeves committed another one right there. Cunningham, baseline, score it. Finds Max. Max circles. Good hold. Boy, they're getting their hands on a lot of balls, aren't they? Here's Cunningham. He knows it's LeBron. They're chasing with him. And LeBron knocks it out of bounds.
Utah with the lead and the ball just underway in the second half. Deontay George drives in, poked away from behind by Hardaway. Cornette into the corner to Al Horford. Horford lobs to Cornette, touched it up. No. Pistons boarded. Here comes Tobias Harris to forecourt. Top side Beasley. This for 3 and it's through.
White to spin, past Ivy, takes it himself. Horford, a wild possession here. Harris will track it down.
Giannis
Such a tough
by
matchup.
Jalen Duren.
He's got the 1 foul.
Does Jalen stay in front of him and force a turnover? Tobias Jams! 75-57. Lillard to Giannis, lost it in the lane. Pistons on the run. Giannis out of the Kunbo, backs into a double team. Nice swipe by Tobias. Ahead to Hardaway Jr., he'll drive and dunk.
Use that screen going, yeah.
Halliburton inside, right through the hands of Siakam.
Barrett outside against Tobias. Clock at 12. Barrett lost the ball.
1 minute to play in the second quarter. Franz behind the defense. Harris stole it though, and here's Ivy the other way.
Although you said he's missed a lot of layups tonight.
That's a tough pass. That wasn't going to make it through all those defenders.
Careful here.
Hornets lead by 8, halfway through our fourth quarter.
Preserve it and preserve some longevity in this game, and that means some more jump hooks, that means mid-range shots, that means working on his three-point shot.
For Miami, gives to Highsmith. Adebayo crowded by Jalen Duren. Inside for Kevin Love, batted away. Reed Shepard, baseline to Ethan. That's an ugly miss there. Line drives it right into the rim.
Guys pinballing all over the place. There's another.
Van Vliet hits the floor. Pistons on the run. The bounce to Isaiah Stewart. Batted away by Van Vliet. Tobias swipes it from Green. Hardaway Jr. from the sideline. The three is short.
Miller. Oh, that was open. Grant Williams is cutting, but the pass is deflected.
Little push is off the heel. Lakers to forecourt. Ball lazily dropped in the middle of the floor.
You ever seen a two-headed snake? Sometimes he plays like he's got two heads.
Pistons thought they had a swipe. The Knicks get it back and get a flush from Josh Hart.
For the Pistons, Tobias Harris. So Harris with 7 points for them. Miami by 11. Deflection and a steal by Harris.
Brown trying to back down Tobias Harris. Jaylen Brown has it knocked away. Cade Cunningham with the basketball.
Good defense by the Cavs. It made Cunningham just kind of settle for that. He was so anxious to shoot the ball, he just settled for that shot.
Niang has it knocked away. Cunningham to Holland. Whoa. Holland gets it to go, and the Cavs want a timeout.